Sorry, let's take in a sip. Okay. A liquid lunch. it's a meal replacement shake. It's not a martini. Martinis are gross. Why does anybody... Anyway, okay. So 5-6 builds on the activities and the chores. And now we're talking about errands. So before we've done things mostly in and around the house. Now we're talking about going out and doing stuff. So again, it's a little bit more vocab, but it's all the same stuff we've been doing. And we're also adding in the days of the week that we talked about. So on what day are you going to do an errand? So, oh my God, we're starting to put things together. So the two different dialogues we're going to use are asking either what did you do or what will you do on a certain day. So, right. So on Monday, what are you going to do? And then if you say like tomorrow, need to work what? Or need to go do what? So we're going to talk about need will be an important sign. And then once the person says what the three are, then, oh, acknowledge the information. Oh, I see. Or, oh, okay. Or, wow, that's a lot. Amazement. Wow. Or, oh, I'm so sorry. So sorry. So it's just towards the person. It means sympathy. Amazement is wow. Wow. And then, oh, I see. Okay. So here's how we sequence events. This is a very simple way. If you're right-handed, you'll probably want to start with the left first and then move to the right. Contrastive structure. Remember that from before. So we set the first one here. When I'm done eating, so eating is over here. When I'm done with that, this is the most common transition we do. Then you move to the second one. Finish, we oftentimes call a conjunction. It's more of a transition because you're moving from this one's completed, then I can move on and do this. So there's a whole bunch. We've already done don't mind. Here's where we technically add in refuse. I won't do it. I won't grow up. Post office, PO. Pharmacy and drugstore. And again, I'll include a slideshow, but I might as well show it here. If you think about a mortar and pestle, the bowl and the stick that you grind stuff with, that's what this is. It means drug, pharmacy, medicine. Drugstore. Now, video store. I think Red Box is probably the closest thing we've got to it. Or now we just do internet, like Netflix. But the book is old, so video or video. I tend to do DVD, rent DVD store. Pick movie. Dry cleaning. This is the sign for dry. If your mouth is dry cleaning. School. Dentist. There are two signs for dentist. I will say this is the best one. And think about it. Just pick a tooth. Dentist. Especially if you cut your jaw off the side. Dentist. It's very clear. This is less clear. So picture, gotta go to the dentist, got a root canal. CJ Craig, a root canal. Okay, so there's another sign you'll see that's dentist. It's an older sign. The problem is it looks like this, which is the sign for asshole. So a lot of people go, oh, you gotta go see an asshole, and they think they're very clever. It's annoying, and it makes you want to sign it at them. So I will recommend dentist as a better generic sign. Gas station. Gas. If here's the tank, and you take the pump and put it in, or the nozzle and put it in, right? Gas station. Now again, there are many variations of this that can be dirty signs. Please be careful. Gas station, gas store. Zoo. Fingerspell it. Vet, or animal doctor. Depending on the situation, I find if it could be confusing that I'm talking about like veterans, if I say that person is a vet, it could be anything, and that person, whoever sees me sign it, is going to take it their own, whatever way they want. But if I said that person, animal doctor, vet, or was in the army, vet, then it makes sense. A little bit more context. So just be careful with vet or veterinarian, animal doctor. We did tomorrow and yesterday. Tomorrow, yesterday. Pick, um, pick fine. Oh, I think there's a typo. Okay, I'll fix that. Anyway, teeth clean. I have to go to the dentist. Teeth clean. Oil. You're going to have to finger spell and then change. Oil change. And if you notice, we're exchanging, right? If you pay really close attention, we're getting the same oil back, but just this is the sign for change. You don't do change because it's not really changing. Change. Volunteer. Pick me, volunteer. Pick me. Fill. So here's the cup. I fill it. There are actually three signs that are similar: fill, enough, and plenty. So fill, come right up to the top. Boom. Plenty is overflowing, and enough where you're going, whoa, that's it. Someone once explained it: if you had a cup of coffee and someone was pouring it and you wanted them to stop and you put your hand over it, but then you'd burn the crap out of your hand. So that's not a really good, but enough. Don't want any more. And again, feed animal, right? Animal, feed. It's a giraffe, feed. Okay. Being a dog to get an injection. Bring a dog to get an injection. Pick fine. I still don't understand what that one is. Anyway. Bring, inject. So here's inject, right? Right now we're in the midst of the pandemic. We're talking about an injection, a vaccine. Haircut. Just do little cutting motions. Haircut. Need a haircut. We all need haircuts because we're all in quarantine and lockdown and all that. So go to, leave for, right? You can do this or you can do this. Leave, go. Must, need, have to. It's all the same thing. It's your Velociraptor claw for you Jurassic Park fans. Don't mind. Finish. And why do we have don't mind twice? All right. Finish. Not yet. Or I see. Pity and wow. So all these same things that we've picked on a few new signs, but not very many. Post office, haircut, drugstore, right? Blah, blah, blah. Got to bring someone to school. Dentist, gas, oil change. Move. To move, pick up. You're picking something up and moving it. So here we go. We're just putting in on Monday, what do you do? So if you just signed Monday, obviously it's the previous Monday or past Monday. Week past Monday. So 1 week past Monday, you do what? Or you can just you do or you do what. Both of them work. Tell Aaron's activities. So we would just talk. Like, what did you do yesterday? What did you do 2 days ago? Practice stuff like that. And then, obviously we have to practice our responses of, oh, wow. And that's too bad. And a little bummed out when the spacing's weird. Not OCD. I'm just persnickety. Oh, 1, 2. Okay. So again, we're using contrastive structure. This one activity, you could do multiple. This, finish, do this. Right? Boom, boom, boom. Boom, finish, boom, finish, boom, finish. So we're using that finish as a transition, meaning this one's done, boom, I move on to this one. Once that's done, I move on to this one. All right. So Again, we come back to that willingness that you don't mind or you refuse. So there are lots of other words you can use in there. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I'm willing to. Ugh, if I must, I have to. I have to go. Um, Conversation, two people passing by, yada yada yada. Practicing all these things we've talked about. So it's a good way of watching it. Um, Sequencing activities, again, using that transition in between. And then a bunch of examples, a bunch of exercises. This is the homework from the book of doing something first, doing something second. What are the two things they talk about? So there's an example, and then what the task is, and I suppose I should put a paragraph in, but two people are going to say each two things they're going to do. There's icons down below. You mark down what was the first and what was the second. And I don't know if they say the people's names in the videos. So, but if you do person A, person B, that's fine. So just label them underneath. And then I've got, on the next slide, I've got the answers. And you can double check. And there's a whole bunch of them. 9. I think there's 9 of them. So now that we've dealt with um, do and what and errands and stuff like that, now we want to take a look at what are different ways you can ask someone, did you do something? Or using the word do from English and how it can be a little bit different in ASL. So the first one is using do. You do what? You do what? Do. Or I'm going to do this. Or my favorite is when a parent comes in, the kid's like writing on the wall with a marker. What are you doing? What are you doing? Right. The next is using need. Oh, I have to do. What do you have to do? What do you have to do today? You can use finish. Is it done? Are you finished? You can use an yes no question. Eat. Do you eat? Right. Eat finish. Right. So we're using yes no question. And then when. When. So these are all different ways of translating do from English. So it sounds weird, but it's one of those translation issues. How would you sign, what did your brother do? Your brother, do. What did he do? All right. So simple, using the do. Using your do. What did your father need to do? Your father need to do. Right? Boom, 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 boom. So it's just adding that concept of need. And you can also go need to do what? Clean the house. Did you clean the house? House clean finish? Don't need did, don't need do. Okay, right. Do you like candy? Candy you like? So we don't need do. So we don't always use do. So last one, laundry. Laundry when? Clean when? So these are all different different uses of the word do. When you see do in English, it's not always do. So kind of like we've talked about with have, it's not always have. Sometimes it's have to. Sometimes it's have done it. It's already been done. So this is the kind of weirdest part of 5-6 is now we're going to look at how would you sign each of those. So go back and look over those videos and see which of them fit. Do you like his new motorcycle? Did you see the movie? So which of the 5 would you use? What I recommend is try signing it. Try rephrasing it in English to see if it helps. Sometimes if you rephrase it, say it a different way in English, it goes, oh, okay, that's amazing. That works. Blah, blah, blah. Like, did you do the laundry? Switch it to, when did you do the laundry? Okay. So things like that will help to be a lot more flexible so you don't always sign things the same way or sign things incorrectly. So then there are answers to all of them. And then I want you to go back and translate and actually practice with the correct answers. Yeah. And really, again, it's like finger spelling. This is just a matter of, okay, now I know what the right answer is. How do I sign it? And it will get more and more comfortable. And without being able to have conversations, it's a bit of a chore. All right, so that's 5-6. Again,